Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're doing well, and I hope life is treating you okay. But in this video, what I wanted to share on is it worth it to buy an RV? I reflect on that because I have uploaded some RV reviews, some tours of some different RVs that I saw at a dealership for the past week or so on my channel. And for about the past 2 years that I've had this YouTube channel, one of the main points of this channel is documenting me living out of my car. I live out of my Jeep Renegade full time, have for 2 years, and that question has come across my mind, and many people that watch this channel kind of look at my channel as an inspiration to maybe live on the road, whether it's in their car, van, or RV. And so that question comes up a lot: is it worth it to buy an RV? And many people are very passionate. They're like, I don't know what you're doing living in your car, like you have to get an RV. And some people are like, no, you don't need an RV. So what's my take 2 years living out of my car regarding if an RV purchase is worth it? I think for most people, buying an RV is not worth it. I think for some people it may be. And I will say, whatever you want to do with your life, you should do it, because it's all an individual decision. And I support people no matter what. I'm not here to dictate to people how to live. As long as what you're doing is not hurting anyone, then I say do you. The only stipulation I always say is, part of the reason I got into this lifestyle, living full-time in my car and downsizing my life, because I owned a house for 15 years, was I wanted to very much adopt a mindset for the rest of my life to live below my means. And living below your means you have a higher income than you do expenses. And so, when you keep your expenses low, but you have to have income, then you're living below your means. So if buying an RV, no matter what type of RV it is, if it keeps with that theme of living below your means, of living below your means, then I would say go for it. If you wanted to. Do you need to? I don't think you do. I have, to me, a great quality of life, a very happy life, a content life. I don't want more room. I don't want more stuff. The biggest thing an RV gives you versus living in a car or a van is, full hookups. So you can have an air conditioner, a heater, a bathroom, a kitchen. But I think the best option for most people is a van. I think a van's kind of a good medium point where most people could thrive in. The reason I chose a Jeep Renegade was because it really wasn't a choice. It was just the fact that I had already bought my Jeep Renegade before I'd sold my house and before I started thinking about living on the road, and I just said I didn't know if this lifestyle was going to stick. So I figured, well, let me just use my current car. Because I didn't know if I was going to buy another house when I moved to Florida, because I started my journey living in New Jersey. And so it's kind of like, let's just keep it simple and give it a shot. I'm 38. I'm young. I'm in good shape now. It's the time in my life to give it a shot. But what I would say is I don't cook. So for me, an RV is not worth it to have a kitchen. I like using Planet Fitness, which is a gym in America. I like using the gym as my shower. Why? Because I don't have to clean the gym. I don't have to maintain the gym. I don't have to worry about my water heater goes bad on my RV. The water pump's not working. I don't have to worry about a gray tank, black tank, which are like the tanks that hold your waste, and dumping them. I don't have to worry about dump stations. I don't have to worry about any of that. Now, the biggest thing for me that an RV would give to me would be the electrical hookups for the air conditioning and for the heating. But really not even for heating anymore, because I live full-time now in Florida, so you definitely don't need a heater if you live in Florida, especially South Florida. I mean, unless you are really sensitive to cold weather. It gets a little bit cool, maybe into the 50s some nights in the winter in Florida, but to me that's not an issue. But for an air conditioner, yeah, but don't forget too, you can run an extension cord to your van or to your car, and you can put an air conditioner in your car at a campsite. So because I stay mainly now at campsites. I do some free boondocking at truck stops or Walmarts, but mostly campsites. And there is some free camping in Florida. So, I don't need more room. I don't need a kitchen. I don't want a bathroom at this point in my life. Again, middle age. The only thing an RV would really be worth it for would be an air conditioning in the summer. I think I can navigate around that it doesn't justify spending $70,000 to $100,000. But again, you should do whatever's best for you, especially if it's still below your means. It doesn't mean you should do it, though. That's the other thing. Like, just because something is below your means, it doesn't mean, well, that's the green light to purchase it. It just means it fits one of the criteria of possibly making that purchase. But for me, if I consider all things, for me, I still don't think an RV is worth it. I don't think an RV is worth it for most people. For some people, yes, and people should do whatever they want. But those are kind of my thoughts on if an RV is worth it, what you need to think about. You need to think about your climate. You need to think about, are you full-time RVing? Is it a hobby? But the number one thing you have to ask yourself when it comes to is an RV worth it, is you have to ask yourself, is this purchase, is this vehicle living below my means? And just realize that most RV loans can go up to 10, even 20 years. And so a lot changes in that time. And if you don't think a lot changes in 10 or 20 years, think about where your life was 5 years ago or 10 years ago. And most people, if you look back on your life 5, 10 years ago, your life was in a completely different place. And it will probably be going forward. So just be mindful of that. But don't let anything scare you, because life is about constantly changing and adapting. And only you know what's best for you. And that's my summary video on is buying an RV worth it? Ultimately, each person has to ask themselves that. Peace and love.